Now it's time for part two in our feature on longtime North Harford coach Tom Berg. With 28 years on the sideline, he is the longest-serving girls soccer coach in state history.
And when you've been coaching that long, the numbers just get kind of staggering. Some of them are good, but some of them are not so good.
No coach in Harford County history has ever lost as many soccer games as I have. 114 and climbing.
Nice make! Some of your best years, I think, were the late 90s, like 95, 99.
95, 99, and 2000 were best years. But, best, that's when we refer to winning, which is really overrated. I mean, winning is great. It really is. But at this point in my life, it's a relief to win many times because you're expected to do so to a point, and you're working for other things. You want to win, but you want to win and you want to play the game a certain way at a high level. You want to make sure that the girls are having a good experience. Does everybody get in? Are they having fun? Probably I worry a lot more about now than I did when I first started, when the scores were basically everything.
This was a state semifinal team?
This team went to the state semifinals and lost 1-0. And next year we went to the state semifinals again and lost 1-0 to the same team, winning goal scored by the same girl, both times off of corner kicks. Really, that was probably our most disappointing loss in 2000. There's a gentleman right here that I'm highly indebted to, Ray Drews, who went from being a good program to a very good program during the time. One of the things he impressed me with was the idea of team bonding being so important. Team dinners, activities that are fun for the girls.
We gotta have popsicles at the end of every
Notice
run.
when they run the fastest? Popsicle time.
Mr. Berg!
Well, that was last year when we got the 250th win. And then I didn't win a game for about 3 weeks after that. I think we lost 4 or 5 in a row, but we did finish with a winning season. Winning isn't everything, but I think it's the end result of a process. And one thing I am proud of is the fact that we've been consistent over the years. Since 1989 was our last losing season. We haven't always won big, but we have won.
You've been coaching 40 years. Lynn James is 40-something. John Grubb is 35, pushing 40. What is it about North Harford that you guys have this longevity here?
That's a good question. I think one of the things is the parents in the area are very supportive of coaches. As I said, having 2 daughters, I always felt like I want to treat these girls as I want my daughters treated. And the kids are great too. The athletes we get here are as good as any athletes anywhere in the state. Maybe not as good as soccer players. They don't play as much soccer in this area, some of them. But as far as athletes, we have great athletes in this school. And it's just been a really pleasurable experience over the years. You got the resources you needed, you build relationships with people, and I've been able to get a lot of help from other coaches.
You have another 20 years left in you?
I don't think so. At this point, I'm probably, each year I sit down sometime in January or February and start thinking, do I want to come back or not? And what are the positives and what are the negatives? And so far, there have been more positives than negatives. So I'll just continue that process each year.
Well, Tom Berg now has over 260 wins. That's another state record. But more importantly, like he said, North Harford hasn't had a losing season since 1989.
And the streak continues. Chalk up another winning year for the Hawks. This year they finished the regular season at 10-3-1.